when you're building a home or a building, big or small, it's a large, often complicated investment and process. And owners, designers, and builders involved with it, they devote their minds to it and often their hearts and souls as well. And so when we at Logix Brands are chosen to play a part in these making these dreams and aspirations come true, we're honored. And so today we are going to recognize some of the more interesting and some of the more notable projects that we were a part of over the last year. Most outstanding large residential winner. And the winning project is, and this is a beautiful home. We call this the Resilient Farm Home. This home is in Sturgeon County, Alberta. It's the owner is Dave Benjestorf, and Dave was supported by Westerbuilt Limited, Logix dealer, and Beaver Plastics, which is a Logix manufacturer out in Alberta. This is a 3,000 square foot home with basically a 3,000 square foot basement. Logix 6.25-inch concrete core was used throughout. So the backstory on this beautiful home is on this property, Dave Benjestorf previously had a 4,000 square foot shop on the property. It was built with a Logix foundation and the Fortress floor system. And you're going to be seeing the Fortress floor system discussed here in this project. Fortress floor system is an ICF floor system that Beaver Plastics makes. So he tried the Logix and the Fortress on his shop. So when it was time to build his new home, this was the way he knew he wanted to go. And the shop is really interesting. Water, it's designed for the water, rainwater, to go under the ICF and Fortress to a holding tank where they collect the rainwater in order to water the garden. This farm has 23 acres. They actually grow vegetables for the Edmonton Food Bank, and the water collected is used to nourish the vegetables. It's just a great story all the way around. So the excavation had some issues. There was water table issues that had to be overcome. Additional drainage needed to be put into place. But you're going to see a common theme here. We're calling this the residential farm home. It's because everything is really over designed for added strength. The footings are double size, height and width, for instance. The rebar is a 12-inch by 12-inch grid. And if you get into designing with ICF, you'll know that is more rebar than is normal in a typical rebar pattern. In fact, Dave seems to think that he basically tripled his rebar. He went to 15 M in places. He tripled his 10 M elsewhere. He went to 32 MPa concrete. He says everything is over designed deliberately. And why? He says he's been in tornadoes and hurricanes. He's been in strong windstorms. Why not over design? So with the number of power outages, that happen through the seasons and the storms, his house stays comfortable. He never worries about rolling blowouts or anything. So here's the home being constructed, poured. Love the, and now you can see this is the Fortress, the ICF floor system, and this Fortress was used to be the floor system under the garage. Okay, so that's the floor system supporting the garage areas. Now in the basement, okay, so now you're seeing from the basement, you're seeing the underside of the Fortress system. These two floors, now the basement was quite finished throughout, but these two rooms underneath the garage, they're different. One's a wine room and one's a cold storage room. And the cold storage room will maintain 7 degrees all by itself because it's fully insulated. And it is roughed in for a cooling mechanism. So ICF walls are all around these two rooms, and there's no in-floor heating in here, although he did use in-floor heating throughout much of the home in his slabs and in areas above grade as well. Here's the Fortress wall system. It's the Fortress floor system. It's an ICF system, floor system. It's made by Beaver Plastics. If you're interested in learning more about it, do visit Beaver's Plastics website. Just Google them. And these floors are often used in garage floor applications, and basements are extended underneath the garage to give more theater, good, it's a place for cold rooms, theater rooms, etc. There's just there's the Resisto waterproofing with Delta MS board over top. Once again, Dave just over designing. Here are the beams. The floor system's oversized. The floor joists are spaced closer than normal. The sheathing's been upgraded from 1 1/8 to 1.5 inch tongue and groove. The roof's secured by hurricane clips, and they've got elevator installed in here, as well as universal design aging in place measures. There's big windows in this home. And in terms of efficiency, though, Dave will say that this home is twice the size of his old house, and the energy cost is half. There's some of the complicated gable and window sections they had to do. Forced air is the primary heating for the main floor, and it provides support heat in the basement. The basement is hydronically heated. The house has a furnace and a boiler. There's some of the detailing being done. There's the slab in the basement being finished. You can see a bit of the over-engineered floor system. Dave will say that this house feels like a great big bear hug. And if you want to learn more about ICF construction and disaster resilience, we have a dedicated section on our website that shows how ICF construction can provide important safety and resilience against natural climate disasters. If you want to learn more, feel free. We have infographics that you can download that talk about all the other things you can do besides using ICF to make your home more disaster resilient. This is our infographic to make your home more high wind resistant, and all the other things that you can do besides choosing ICF. There's a clip, a shot of the back. And once again, we're at the front. Dave loves this house. He says when it's storming or there's snow machines or snowmobiles cruising around, he can't hear it. He loves the quiet. No matter what's happening around this house, he is comfortable no matter what. So congratulations to Dave, Westerbuilt, Beaver Plastics, for this award-winning home.